Erica.
Yes, big brother.
You are immediately disqualified.
Yes!
From the Big Brother house.
Yes! Justice has been served.
Leave the Big Brother house immediately.
Finally, I can now say with all manner of confidence that the Big Brother Naija show has finally allowed justice to prevail. If Erica had not been disqualified from the house tonight, then I will be singing an entirely different tune on my channel.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Hey guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah and this is Frankly Speaking with Glory. This is where you get all the facts and all the teas about the ongoing Big Brother Naija lockdown show season 5, of course. Now guys, before I go into the eviction story of tonight, guys, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please take a moment to pause this video, hit the red subscribe button immediately in biggest voice and subscribe to this channel. And if you always want to receive alerts of my videos, I upload videos multiple times daily, guys. Kindly click on the white bell button that is right beside the red subscribe button, and whilst at that, kindly click on all and not personalized. The moment you click on personalized, you will not be able to get most of my videos, but when you click on all, you will definitely get a lot of all my videos. Now that said, guys, let's get into the stories. Now guys, I am not going to lie, I was happy that Erica was disqualified from the show. I was not happy because I had any form of bitterness or grudges against her, no. But what I saw happen in the early hours of this morning, Erica's 5 hours ranting and cursing and swearing and every other craziness that she displayed, I automatically felt and knew that Erica needed a psychiatric evaluation. Honestly guys, I just feel like Erica needs to see a shrink ASAP, because at the moment she's not in the right frame of mind. Because as I was saying to someone during my Instagram live stream today, I mentioned that what Erica did is just phase 1. There's supposed to be in fact, if she was going to be in that house in the finals, there would definitely be a second wave. So guys, I was not surprised seeing that Erica was actually disqualified. But what really surprised me was when Biggie mentioned some other rules that she broke in the course of her altercations last night. These were rules that I did not even see coming. And guys, I'm going to mention them to you as well. And also, Neo and V also got a final strong warning for Golden. Remember, Lucy mentioned that to Neo yesterday, and it's as a result of the fact that whilst Neo and V were having their arguments, their lovers' tiff, Neo was blocking the door and hindering V's passage from going out of the room. Now guys, these are some of the rules that both Neo and V and also Erica broke last night. Now yesterday, after Erica had calmed down a bit, I mentioned in this morning's video that she went to start ringing the bell for the diary room because she wanted to talk to Biggie. And so whilst waiting for Biggie to respond to her ringings and her knocks or whatever, she was standing and looking into the mirror, and then Erica was poking in through the mirror and she was saying hello, hi. She was interacting with the production crew on the other side. And guys, I never knew that that was against the rules. Already Biggie has sent a warning to the housemates earlier this week that they should stop discussing the sounds that they hear around the house or even trying to open any doors. Erica herself brought that rule, so I was actually surprised that she did not actually take that to mind. Now guys, the rules that Biggie mentioned that Erica broke yesterday during a moment of ranting were Golden. Now Golden is the point where she was in the HOH lounge, threatening and bullying Prince from sleeping on the bed. Remember guys, the way she spread herself on the bed, telling Prince, come now, come and touch me, what will you do? So that is Golden. And guys, that's the exact same thing that Neo did with V. They had an altercation and V was trying to leave the room because she was obviously offended by all what Neo was saying, and so Neo refused her passage, and she kept on screaming and yelling, and at some point she pulled Neo's shirt. So according to Biggie, that is Golden. Okay, and that is why Neo got a strong final warning. If he tries any other thing, he's going to definitely get a strike. Depending on the enormity of his crime, he could get a disqualification. And then for V, she got also a final strong warning for pulling Neo's shirt because that could have turned violent. Now for Erica, all of those things, you know, taunting Prince, you know, bullying him, telling him what are you going to do, throwing the bottle at him, Biggie identified and classified all of that as goading and bullying. Also, Biggie also termed her actions as provocation. According to Biggie, it would have been better if she was angry and said what she wanted to say. But her words moved from just mere words of anger to disrespect for all the rest of the housemates and also Big Brother. Now, another thing again that Biggie termed as disrespect is the fact that she poured water on the head of house bed, thereby rendering it unavailable to the deputy head of house. Remember, guys, I mentioned it in this morning's video that alone is a crime on its own, because Biggie clearly gave a brief, you know, explaining the necessity and the importance of the housemates who turned out to be head of house and deputy sharing the same bed together. And also, guys, another thing again is Erica interacting with the production crew. That is against the rules of the house. So Biggie mentioned quite a lot of things, guys. Like, it was funny anyways that Biggie did not refer back to the earlier crimes that she had committed in the week, because everything that she did last night, they were basically infringement upon infringement upon infringement. And Biggie mentioned that once she gets a third strike, in the rule book in Article 18, that there's a provision under the third strike, and one of them consists of constantly infringing on the rules of the house, and that was what Erica completely did last night. So guys, after all this plenty grammar that Biggie spoke, after talking and talking and talking, no, Biggie finally disqualified her. No, he gave her a third strike first of all, and he disqualified her from the show. So something funny happened while Biggie was talking all these things. Erica was trying to interrupt, and I'm like, this girl, when you go out there and you have your moment to have your press rounds and your interviews, you can explain yourself. Big Brother is talking. Why are you trying to interrupt him? What explanation do you want to give? Anyways, guys, that was how Erica was finally disqualified from the show. And as I said on my Twitter account, I said that is justice well served, and it was a punishment well meted out on Erica. She had it coming a long time, and Biggie has been fair enough, giving her multiple number of warnings. She did not take it. And so, guys, it is nobody's fault if Erica has been disqualified. And also, guys, during Lacon's diary session, he took out time to clear his name and clarify the question that Ebuka asked, and he gave his answer anyways. I'm going to put a clip of that, but if you want to see the entire answer or response that Lacon gave to that question, follow me on Twitter at FSWGlory, or just search for Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah on Twitter, and you will see the clip over there, so you can judge for yourself if Lacon was actually lying or not.
The second time was a we almost kissed situation, not like she tried to. We actually almost. So I don't really know how the mix-up came up about me saying she tried to the second time. I know she tried to the first time, that was vivid. But the second time I knew we almost. No.
The verdict is Lacon was not lying. It was actually because of the way Ebuka asked the question that was what actually caused all the drama in the first place. So we can rightly say that Ebuka is clearly the instigator, the biggest instigator of this season. So before Ebuka went into the eviction proper, we know the way he does it. He's definitely going to ask his questions to the housemates, and so he started his questioning session with Prince. Now he said that in the past week he has noticed that there's been a lot of tension in the house, a lot of shouting sessions, you know, especially with himself and Lucy, that what is going on in the house. And then Prince said, you know, that it could stem from the pressure, you know, of being in the house for so long with the rest of the housemates, and also it feels like different tolerance level works differently for different housemates, and so a lot of people must have been bottling up a lot of things in their heart, things that on a normal day they will not condone or they will not put up with, you know. So for this week, people are beginning to vent and, you know, release all those pent-up emotions and tensions. And then Ebuka asks Lucy, you know, that from the beginning of the season she has been very, very emotional and vocal about her feelings and about her opinion, you know, but now it seems like other housemates are beginning to catch up with her. And then he asked her, you know, why she feels it is that way, And then Lucy said that no, that the truth is now people's real feelings are beginning to come out, that she feels like the realization that, oh, this is actually a reality, these are actually real feelings coming from Lucy, is now hitting this housemates, and they too are wasting no time in expressing their own feelings, And then Ebuka asked Lucy what changed for the housemates, and she said realization and time just hit the housemates hard. Then Ebuka asked Nengi that from what Prince and Lucy has just said about the housemates changing their way of reacting to situations and also tweaking their strategies here and there, does she agree? And Nengi said yes. And Ebuka said, okay, who and who, like who is that? And then she said, well, she feels like everybody is now more expressive, that she would even use herself as an example, that for instance she's now more comfortable with the rest of the housemates, she's now more vocal, she's now opening more to other people in the house. And then Ebuka now asked her a very, very sort of difficult question. Of course, guys, we know Ebuka as the instigator. He was trying to set Nengi up, and Nengi was smart enough to wriggle her way out of Ebuka's trap once again. Now Ebuka asked Nengi that, okay, do a quick scan of the room, and tell me who has the best strategy right now. And Nengi said, okay, it's Prince. Ebuka said, okay, what is his strategy? Nengi was like, she does not know what Prince's strategy is, but what she has noticed is that he is very, very strategic. He uses his head for almost everything, unlike most people that uses their heart, of course. And then he makes the most strategic moves. That the truth is, she has no idea whatsoever what his strategy is, but then she knows that he's very, very strategic. Now, Ebuka also asked V about her thoughts on using relationships as a strategy in the game. And then V said that she feels like it won't work because the truth is relationships actually need something real to work out. And then he asked her if she thinks it's actually happening currently in the house or it has already happened. And then V said no, none that she can think of, because the truth is nobody has that energy, to actually do something like that. Now, the first housemate, aside Erica, that has been officially disqualified from the season 5 Big Brother Naija lockdown show is Lucy.
Lucy!
Hey! I said it! I knew it!
It was a pleasure.
Whoa! Guys, I am actually not really surprised that our drama queen, our fight connoisseur, she has been evicted. I don't know if I got that pronunciation right. Guys, don't worry. Use Google Audio. Okay, guys, so that was how Ebuka interviewed Lucy on the stage. And then he asked her why she was always emotional, and she said that she just didn't understand why the rest of the housemates wasn't seeing what she was seeing, that she was seeing that a lot of people were actually being extra with their dramatics and they were being too, fake and stuff like that. So that was why she was being overly emotional. And then Ebuka also asked her, that can she give an example? And then she said, okay, that for instance, Erica, when Erica came into the house, Erica was sweet, unassuming, very, very lovable. Then the moment Erica became head of house, that the monster in Erica came out. She was rude, she was doing all manner of things, And then she also mentioned that it's actually a thing when Erica and Kidwaya are the head of house. When they are regular housemates, they are very, very cool and playful and fun to be with. But the moment they become head of house, they become something else, So that was why she was always being emotional. And then Ebuka asked her that is it that she wasn't being cooperative with Erica during her reign, that it seemed like that was actually the perception, And then she said no, that once again it stems from the fact that every time Erica is head of house, there's always a different side to Erica that's very, very difficult to relate with. Then Ebuka asked her about Dorothy and Prince, that it seemed like these two people, they've had her back from day zero of the show. So what happened? Why did she say that they were not good friends to her? And then she said that, well, it's not like she completely put away what they have been doing for her, that she just felt like Dorothy makes a lot of sly remarks whenever she's having issues with people, and that doesn't go well with her at all. And then Ebuka asked her about Praise and her feelings for Praise, and she said, well, that the feelings for Praise has always been there from day one, but she respected the fact that Praise has a family outside the house, and that was why, you know, she did not pursue anything whatsoever. And then Ebuka asked that, okay, so what if Praise was still in the house till today? Would something have happened? And then she said no. Then Ebuka asked her if she knew who nominated her, and she was like, of course she knew that it's actually the entire housemate, so she's not really surprised. And then Ebuka showed her clips of who nominated her, and then there was a question of what's next for Lucy, and she said, first of all, 1 week of sleep, no alarms, no nothing, but she's going to definitely miss Biggie's voice. And also she is going to go into a food business and expand a grilling business. Now guys, Ebuka came back into the house and asked Neo his further questions. Ebuka asked Neo what he thinks about fights as a strategy in the house, and Neo said that the truth is, generally everybody is trying to calculate and reason the perception of the viewing public or the general world out there, what they think about them and about the game that they are playing, you know. And then he said that the truth is, using fights as a strategy is basically to stand out, because you want people to see you that, yeah, you're that person that would always stand and be vocal about certain issues. And also he said that it has always been a strategy. It did not start from today. It is always going to be a strategy. Now guys, Ebuka shocked the housemates. Of course, Kid Wire was the first housemate to be told that he was safe, but then Ebuka called Tricky T's name. Guys, this is the 4th time in a row that Tricky T will be up for nomination for possible eviction. And then guys, look at Tricky T's reaction. He said, Tricky T, you are safe. The guy fell on the floor and said, what? Like, guy found this unbelievable. And then he did the same thing to V and Nengi. Guys, these people almost lost their heart, you know. But then Ebuka told all of them that they were safe, and then Ebuka gave them some advice that, listen, that he understands that this new week that they are going into is going to be sort of difficult for them. You know, people want to withdraw into their shell, people would want to start, you know, being extra careful. But he reminded them that they should always remember to keep up the energy, keep being themselves, and stop trying to assume that they understand the game that Biggie is playing or what the viewers want. That he understands that they must have watched the game, you know, previous seasons and all of that, and they think they completely understand how the game will want to play out, that they should stay in their lane. And then he gave his usual proverb. Remember, fingernails senior teeth, but na teeth 9 they bite fingernail. Hi! Ebuka, they bust my head every Sunday with his crazy adage. But guys, that was what he said to the housemates, and he told them to have fun, enjoy themselves. Guys, I'm gonna see you in another video tomorrow, because there's actually a very important topic I want to talk about. I'm not going to reveal that yet, but it's going to be the video that I will be putting out tomorrow. It's one of the videos anyways, because I basically upload multiple videos multiple times daily. Yeah, so guys, I'll see you in my next video. Have an amazing night's rest. Bye.